Welcome. We're glad you're here and tuned into the Findlay Community Spotlight Series. Findlay Automotive Group is excited to spotlight the Las Vegas Philharmonic. We hope you're inspired by this short video, and we invite you to connect with them and many other community organizations at findlayspotlight.com.
My name is Jerry Crawford, and I'm the president and CEO of the Las Vegas Philharmonic. This organization was actually founded by a group of philanthropic, like-minded people, and most of them were involved in other philanthropic endeavors, arts organizations in town, and they wanted live music. And they got together, and there was a founder, Susan Tompkins, and her husband, Andy, and they were the ones that really helped support this organization and bring it to the attention of the community.
My name is Dr. Kevin Eberly, and I'm the Director of Education and Orchestra Operations for the Las Vegas Philharmonic. We're more than just the orchestra that's in Reynolds Hall. That's what I always tell people when they say, "What do you do?" And I say, well, we have the Reynolds Hall component, but we're more and more in the community and doing things, not just for kids, but for the adults as well. We take what's called a K-20 approach to our education program. So we try to hit them when they're young, when they're kinders, and we go all the way up through college and into adulthood with our engagement activities.
So my name's Jordan Farber. I'm a bassoon player from Las Vegas. I'm 16 years old. I was co-winner of the 2016 Las Vegas Philharmonic Concerto Competition.
My name is Donato Cabrera. I'm the music director of the Las Vegas Philharmonic. Every year we have a Young Artist Concerto Competition, and we choose at least one, sometimes two, to perform during this our youth concerts. And it's a great way, especially for the kids in the audience, to make one more connection, and a very palpable one, because they see someone maybe just a couple of years older than them doing something extraordinary. That gives them one more thing to latch on to. Say, hey, I can do that. That kid's doing it. I can do that too.
So the competition itself was a lot of fun. Showing up for the day of the audition, I got to see a lot of friends that I knew who were auditioning as well. And even the process of, going on to the second round and working with Donato, it was really a great experience. One thing that he talked about a lot was sort of context of the piece and like the composer that I was playing that day that maybe I wouldn't have thought of otherwise.
The Cox Communication Young Artist Concerto Competition, we see probably 17 to 20 kids a year from mostly Las Vegas high schools. The competition's open to anyone in the state of Nevada.
The winner of that concerto competition has the opportunity to play with the orchestra, and now this season they'll be playing 14 concerts, which is with a professional orchestra. And we've watched the elevation of these young winners actually just go off the charts.
They are learning how to use music as a developmental tool for themselves, for an organization, and for really real community experience. And we've had several kids who remember being at the youth concerts in the 4th grade and then come to the concerto competition. And so we really get to fold those kids in early and then keep them for a while so that they're really developing what it means to be a well-rounded musician and not just a performer or a technician, but someone who really understands the whole package.
The Youth Concert Series is something we do twice a year, once in the fall and once in the spring. And it's a series of concerts we do during the day here at the Smith Center. And we bus in a bunch of 4th graders and we fill the hall and we perform a concert that's designed for them to expose to them not only the fantastic sounds of the orchestra, but what it's like to be in a great hall and listen to music, live music.
Our youth concert series is in its 18th year now, and we see roughly 23,000 students a year at this point. So we do 2 concerts a day. We're at 7 days this year, so we see 1,600 kids per concert, and those children are, first, they're the greatest kids that have ever come. I've done a lot of youth concerts in my day, and the Las Vegas kids are really the best. 70 to 80% of them are from Title I schools on free and reduced lunch, so they're the kids who need this kind of music enrichment the most. My favorite part about the youth concerts actually is the Discovery Children's Museum component that we do. So 2 to 3 schools are chosen. After the morning performance, they'll go over for an extra hour to the museum, and I've worked with the museum staff and with the Smith Center to really curate 4 activities that relate to what they heard in the concert hall. It's no longer the typical concert that maybe our parents and grandparents went to. These are now more, here's how music helps you in science, here's how music can help you in reading, here's how music can help you in math. And that's really more the point of these now, which I really think, and it's on the cutting edge of what a lot of people are doing, and we have a lot of feedback from teachers and students that it's helping in those other areas. So that's really exciting to watch.
My favorite part about the youth concert series is being up in the above where the students are and looking down on them and watching them conduct, mimicking either a musician or the conductor, and that they're participatory in everything that they're doing. And Donato has a way of reaching out and just pulling them in.
The music director's role is more than just getting up and waving my arms around. With the orchestra, I set all the music, I decide what we play, I decide when to play it. My goal is to make sure that every concert and every piece of music we do reaches our audience in a profound way.
We're looking at adding some great programming. We have a music van in the works, which will be a mobile music education program. It's going to be geared toward the K-3 demographic at first, so there will be some smaller instruments, some classroom music instruments. Then eventually we want to expand that with a music therapy component so that we can roll it to senior centers, even so far as Winchester Community Center, things in North Vegas and Henderson. One of my primary objectives with Music Van in the iterations that it becomes is to be able to take it to Laughlin, Searchlight, out in the far reaches where Clark County School District still serves. But if we're going to be Southern Nevada's only orchestra, then I want to be able to make sure that we provide services to Southern Nevada. We have plans to set up a program called Music Van at, which would be the music van at Town Square or at Tivoli Village or downtown Summerlin or wherever, where the community can come and participate with our musicians, with music as a whole, just so that people are engaged in whatever level they feel comfortable. Our education and community outreach programs are 100% funded by our community and by grants from the state, and grants only cover about 15% of what we do and what we try to do. Private donations, corporations, public donations, any kind of a donation that we can get is the only way that we can keep these education programs going.
The music elevates the level of consciousness. It also eases the heart and it eases pain. In fact, this first responders that in this October 1st incident that we had here, we have totally changed up our concert so that we can reach out to the community of the first responders, their families, and people who were affected by this tragedy. And we know that the music will uplift them. It's part of our responsibility to the community and part of our mission statement.